So here we are discussing the basis of classification. On this basis of classifications, organisms are get classified. First one is level of organization that we have discussed. Level of organization, cellular level, tissue level and the organ or organ system level. Then next we discussed about body symmetry. So body symmetry means organisms are classified on the basis of body symmetry. So the organism can be cut into different planes. If we get the equal halves, okay, through any radius, that is radial symmetry. So in some case we can't get the equal halves, that is asymmetry. Then next is bilateral symmetry. Body can be divided into identical left and right halves, okay, in only one plane. That is very important. Next we are discussing germ layers. Germ layers. Germ layers are group of embryonic cells which gives rise to different tissues and organ system in the adult. Germ layers are group of embryonic cells which gives rise to distinctly different tissues and organ system in the adult. On the basis of germ layers, the embryonic layers, the animals are classified into two types, diploblastic and the triploblastic. One is diploblastic and the next one is triplo. Diplo means D-I, diplo means two. Triplo, T-R-I, triplo means three. Okay, so animals with two germ layers, outer ectoderm, the two germ layers are outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm, that are called diploblastic. Okay, an undifferentiated layer seen in between this ectoderm and the endoderm, that is known as mesoglia. Example for this group is sponges and the coelenterata. So here the first picture A is the picture A, that is diploblastic. Here only fully developed two layers, ectoderm and endoderm. And the mesoglial cells is here. The mesoglial cells is not fully matured. It is an undifferentiated cells. Clear? So germ layers are group of embryonic cells which give rise to distinctly different tissues and organ system in the adult. Diploblastic means animals with two germ layers, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm are called diploblastic. An undifferentiated layer of mesoglia is present in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Example for this group is sponges and coelentrates. Then the next one is triploblastic. Triplo means three layered. Okay, so here you can see a middle layer, mesoderm. In between this ectoderm layer and the endoderm layer, a third layer you can see, that is mesoderm. So animals with three germ layers, outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and the inner endoderm are known as triploblastic. Triploblastic. Okay. So in diploblastic, the mesoderm is not fully developed. It's seen as a patch of cells, that is known as mesoglia. But in mesoderm, the cells are fully developed. Okay. Example for this triploblastic organism, that is flatworms to chordates. From the flatworms. Flatworms means platyhelminthes. From the to our chordates. Okay, so we have, the humans have triploblastic because humans are chordates. Triploblastic means three layers of germs. Three germ layers can be seen. I told you that from these embryonic germ layers, each body parts, tissue, organs will be developing. So here you can see from the ectoderm. Ectoderm forms the exoskeleton. Exoskeleton means outer body skeleton portion. Okay, ectoderm forms, our nail is an example. Ectoderm forms the exoskeleton portion. Mesoderm forms develop into internal organs. Internal organs that forms by the mesoderm, and the endoderm forms the inner lining of organs. Endoderm forms the inner lining of the organs. I hope all you can understand with the term ectoderm. mesoderm and the endoderm. ECTO, ecto means outside. Okay, so ectoderm forms the exoskeleton, mesoderm develops into organs, and the endoderm forms the inner lining of organs. Okay. The next, fourth basis of classification, that is coelom. Coelom means body cavity. On the basis of the coelom, the organisms are classified into acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and coelomate. So acoelomate, pseudocoelomate, coelomate. Okay, so what is the coelom? A mesodermally, important it is, mesodermally lined cavity between the body wall and the digestive tract is called coelom. Based on the presence and absence of coelom, animals are classified into acoelomate, pseudocoelomate and the coelomate. So the presence or absence of a cavity between the body wall and the gut wall, okay, digestive tract, is very important in classification. Animals possessing coelom are known as coelomate. Example for the coelomate is annelids, mollusca, arthropoda, echinodermata, hemichordata and chordates are the example for the coelomate. That indicate that the coelomate is the highest. The higher organism have the character coelomate. Okay, in some animals the body cavity is not lined mesoderm. Instead the mesoderm is present as a scattered pouches. That means they have not fully matured. Mesoderm or cavity will be seen. So that is pseudo. Pseudo means false. Pseudo means false. So example for the pseudocoelomate organism is, that is Aschelmanthus. Only one group having this pseudocoelomate, that is Aschelmanthus. Okay, the animals with the body cavity is absent, that is known as acoelomate. Example for this group is Platyhelminthes. Again I am repeating this point. Coelomate means animals with coelom are called coelomate. Okay. So example, annelids to chordates are belonging into the group coelomate. That means annelid to chordate are the higher organism. They are increasing in their features. Pseudocele, if the space between the digestive tract and the body wall encloses a cavity. They have the cavity but it is not lined by mesoderm. What is the correct definition of coelom? Coelom is mesodermally lined. Okay, mesodermally lined cavity, and it's seen between the body wall and the digestive tract. Here in the case of pseudocoelomate, there is a cavity is there, but it is not lined by mesoderm. That's why it is a pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false. Okay, so instead the mesoderm is present as a scattered pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. And such a body cavity is called pseudocele. Example for the pseudocele, that is Aschelmanthus. Okay, the next one is acoelomate. Animals without coelom are called acoelomate. We have to study only one example for acoelomate, that is Platyhelminthes. So please be remember, pseudocele example Aschelmanthus and the acoelomate example Platyhelminthes, and the coelomate example annelids to chordates. After this basis of classification, next we are studying the detailed description of each group. Then you will clearly understand what are all these points. Okay. Then the next is segmentation. Fifth point is segmentation. In some animals, the body is divided into segments, both externally and internally, with serial repetition of at least some organs. Okay, external division corresponds to internal segmentation, and this pattern is called metameric segmentation, and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. Segmentation, otherwise known as metamerism. You see the earthworm body having divided different earthworm body. When you are observing the earthworm body, you can see the different track. Okay. So body segmentation means in some animals the body is divided into segments both externally and internally with serial repetition of at least some organs. So external division corresponds to internal segmentation and this pattern is called metameric segmentation and the phenomenon is known as metamerism. Okay, example for this group is this type of classification, that is earthworm. Then the next one is notochord. Next, sixth one is notochord. Notochord means during embryonic development of animals, a mesodermally derived rod-like structure is formed on the dorsal side. Okay, dorsal side means where our mouth is situating, that portion, that side is ventral side. So opposite of the ventral side, that is dorsal side. Clear it is. So during the embryonic development of animals, mesodermally derived, that means the portion notochord is derived from mesoderm and it is a rod-like structure and is formed on the dorsal side. Okay, this structure is termed as notochord. In vertebrates, the notochord is replaced by vertebral column. That's why we have another name. The name is vertebrata. Okay. So animals with notochord are called chordates. We know animal kingdoms are classified into two groups, non-chordata and the chordata. Non-chordata and the chordata. So non-chordata means they have no notochord and the chordata means they have notochord. Okay, so those without notochord are called non-chordata. And then in the case of chordata animals, the notochords are well developed to form vertebrates. Okay, so that is known as vertebrata. So during the embryonic development of animals, a mesodermally derived rod-like structure is formed on the dorsal side. The structure is termed as notochord. In vertebrates, the notochord is replaced by the vertebral column. Then the name is vertebrata. Then animals with notochord are called chordata. Those without notochord are called non-chordata. The phylum Porifera up to Echinodermata belongs to non-chordata. For the phylum Porifera, from the phylum Porifera to Echinodermata, it containing 10 phylums. Okay, so these 10 phylums are included in the group non-chordata and others are chordata. Chordata means vertebrates. All chordates are not vertebrates. Vertebrate is a part of the chordates. Okay. Then the next is type of circulating system. Circulation may be the two types, open circulation and the closed circulation. Open means blood vascular system. The blood is pumped by the heart into the open spaces, directly pumped into the cells and tissues. Okay, example for this group is insects, mollusks are the example. Then closed type means the blood is pumped through the from the heart to our body parts. The blood is pumped through the artery, vein, like that, blood capillary or blood vessels. Through the blood vessels, the blood is passing. That is known as closed type. So in which group the humans are included? Humans are included in the closed type. That means chordata, annelida, that are included in the group closed type. Okay, insects, mollusks are included in the group open type. Okay, I hope all you can understand the basis of classification. So here I am minding this topic, basis of classification. Hope you will understand all these points. If you have any doubt, you can ask me at any time. Okay.